Day, Rams Nation. How ya garn? Good to have you with us as we dive deep into the nitty-gritty of that press conference that's got all of Los Angeles talking. Before we get stuck into this massive breakdown of our club's future, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell, because what Sean McVay let slip today is a bloody game-changer for 2026. Let's get into it. The word everyone's been waiting for, and a fair few were worried about, finally got some official legs, even if it's still a bit cloudy. Sean McVay didn't beat around the bush when talking about his main man. Seeing Matthew Stafford gear up for his 18th season in the NFL isn't just a wish for McVay. It's the absolute bedrock of the Rams' entire strategy for the next run. McVay made it clear he's got his fingers crossed. For a coach who loves being in total control, admitting the club's future hangs on a player's personal call shows the massive respect these two have built since that legendary trade from Detroit. Stafford, at 37, has nothing left to prove, but that competitive fire McVay mentioned is what's going to set the pace. The bloke deserves his time. After a gut-wrenching loss in the NFC Championship to those Seattle rivals, the emotional drain is just as real as the physical hits. The Rams brass knows that without Stafford, they're in for a rough rebuild. With him, the window for a Super Bowl is wide open. The coaching shakeup is another huge story. Losing Mike LaFleur and seeing Raheem Morris head back to the division, playing for the dark side with the 49ers now, leaves a massive hole. Hiring Bubba Ventrone for the special teams is a solid get, but the offensive coordinator spot is where the real work begins. McVay's flagged an extensive search. That's code for, we're not just picking the easy option. He's looking for fresh ideas. The Rams' offense changed the league, and now McVay wants the next evolution. Looking outside the building suggests the Rams are ready to challenge their own way of doing things to get back on top. That loss to the Seahawks in the title game is still stinging, mate. When asked if he'd had a chance to decompress, McVay's answer, a flat no, hit like a ton of bricks. It's rare to see a coach be that honest about how much it hurts. This pain comes from the fact that the 2025 squad went above and beyond. It was a proper mix of the old guard like Stafford and Adams with some seriously explosive young talent. Losing a high-stakes back-and-forth game like that leaves a scar McVay's going to use as fuel for the offseason. He doesn't just want to get over it, he wants to make sure they never feel that way again in 2026. The 2023 draft is going to go down as the moment Les Snead and McVay saved the Rams' skins. Puka Nacua isn't just a flash in the pan, he's a straight-up superstar. Kobe Turner's a beast inside, Byron Young's the engine of the pass rush, and Steve Avila's the rock protecting the QB. McVay confirmed what we all wanted, they're keen as mustard to re-sign these four legends. Especially Nacua, who's likely looking at a massive payday. Keeping this core is how you make sure the Rams aren't just a one-hit wonder. The plan is simple. Pay 'em early, keep the vibes right, and build around the talent they grew themselves. If you're not hyped about Terrence Ferguson, you're missing out. McVay called the rookie a total stud. Ferguson's versatility is a dream for a coach. Having a bloke who can play receiver, tight end, or even line up in the backfield without missing a beat is pure gold. With Tyler Higbee looking at retirement and heading into free agency, Ferguson's rise is exactly what the doctor ordered. He's the modern version of the position, fast enough to burn corners and strong enough to hold his own in the trenches. His future isn't just bright, it's right at the heart of McVay's new tactical plans. Hearing that Davante Adams is expected back in 2026 is a massive relief. Adams was gutted after that NFC Championship loss, his fifth time falling short at that stage. McVay feels for him and wants to be the one to finally get the veteran that ring. The duo of Adams and Nacua, with Stafford firing the pigskin, is easily the scariest in the league. Keeping that together is what keeps opposition coaches up at night. On the O-line, Warren McClendon proved he's the real deal if Rob Havenstein moves on. McVay was singing his praises, suggesting he's the natural heir for the right tackle spot. That lets the team focus their cash elsewhere. And they'll need it for the secondary. With Kobe Durant, Akello Witherspoon, and Roger McCreary all potentially walking, the cornerbacks are a major worry. McVay was straight up, they're looking closely at that spot. They like Emmanuel Forbes Jr., but they need more if they're going to stop the heavy hitters in the NFC West. Expect them to be aggressive here, whether it's the draft or a big signing. For the first time in ages, the Rams are heading into the draft with some real ammo. Picks 13 and 29. Les Snead loves a gamble, and McVAY didn't do much to quiet the trade rumors. Whether they stay put, move up, or trade down, everything's on the table. With 2 first-rounders, they can add elite young talent right away, or flip those picks for a proven veteran who's the final piece of the puzzle. McVay's final message was all about keeping the momentum going and staying hopeful. By saying he wants to keep at least a couple of his 20 free agents, he's showing how much he values the chemistry they've built. The 2026 Los Angeles Rams are going to be a polished version of the team that almost took the whole lot. With McVay leading the charge, Stafford's magic, and the young guns firing, SoFi Stadium is in for a cracker of a year.